Yes, I have a new smile. We're going to talk about that. So let's do this together. So you can see the code. This is enrolled. This is complete. And let's do this together. Let's talk about it.
Hello. Well, we're going to have an intermission at the beginning of this video, and it's just to cover our legal ramifications, and that is going to be a disclaimer that will appear on the screen, and I'm just going to read the disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed in this video are my own, which are not directed at a specific entity or party, and do not reflect the views or opinions of any affiliates, corporations, employers, institutions, or organizations. Now that we have that out the way, let's get into the video.
I passed! Yay! Yes. The high intensity nutrition D440. I have to give y'all the story time. And then I'll tell you how I passed nutrition or health and wellness nutrition at WGU. Okay. And credit to my fellow night owl. It's going to be called, this part of the video is going to be called Chronicles of the OA. So guys, I scheduled this OA 3 weeks ago, and I'm going to try to make this fast, and I probably will put the speed on high. I scheduled this OA 3 weeks ago. And it literally was 3 weeks when I got these braces. And as a person in their 40s getting braces, let me tell you, it's so you can lose weight. I tell you that because I have lost weight. It is so painful. It put me down for a good week. So I rescheduled it because of that. I was down for a week, in pain, can't eat anything, mouth sores, having wax in my mouth, all those crazies. Okay, so that's one thing. Then I had already had the flu shot and my titers to have Complio things done. If you're not doing that, WGU students, start it as early as possible. So after I got over the whole pain thing, I scheduled, did the flu shot. That put me down for another like 4 days, plus the titers the same day. So that put me down. And then I had family over, took like 4 days. So literally, I had this scheduled and I had to reschedule it for like all those reasons. So when I finally was ready, literally that was last week, I was sitting down, I was ready to go, had it scheduled, was ready to take it, sat down, went through the whole process. The proctor access code was wrong. Guys, I was on a call with that proctor for an hour and 30 minutes. His access code did not work. We literally had to get off the call. I was like, I'm not going to take this. Oh, wait, I guess it's just not meant. So I had to reschedule because the proctor's code did not work. Yeah. So I finally took it today and I passed. But I was so over this nutrition class, let me tell you. And I have to tell you, there were some surprises. So now let's get into what helped me, what I wasn't prepared for, what I was. So I would say the biggest thing was not WGU coursework. I thought it was going to be. Going in, I thought, oh yeah, I got this. I already know what resources is going to help me. I would say the biggest thing, and I'll do a screen share, was the critical strategies and judgment. And it's only because it's helping me. It helps you on how to test for any, like nursing school exams. And it teaches you how to critically think, because some of these questions that were somewhat left field, and I don't want to like get kicked out, so I can't tell you some things, but I will say this, out of the videos, I went to Destiny videos, and I will say her videos help because I didn't know that we didn't need to know the toxicity of fat soluble vitamins versus the water soluble vitamins. Sorry, the water soluble vitamins, we did not need to know the toxicity of those versus the fat soluble vitamins, we did need to know the toxicity. So those types of things that help listening to Destiny's videos. And WGU students, I will make sure that her video, like it's a Word document that she has, and I will post it in our group files. But that was helpful overall because she has like a mind map or a concept map that has all of the minerals and the vitamins. That was helpful. I will say, just to have, it's almost like Stephanie's study guide that everyone talks about. It's like screenshots of that, but she gives like hints, like you might need to know more of that than this. And that was helpful because she is, of course, a CI. So that was helpful in combining with her tips and Stephanie guide. And Stephanie guide, you guys, is the ultimate study guide. I think it's called the ultimate study guide. I'll do a screen share here. That's the one that everyone talks about. I would say it is overwhelming to see her study guide, but I would say all the paleo diet that she has, that's very helpful. But what I will say, once you go over her things and Destiny's videos, you can make your own active recall. And what I would say is an example of that is what I'm going to put on the screen here, is Kareem's study guide. And I just kind of mimic what Kareem had, or you can copy, print out what Kareem's have and make your own, or use his. What I didn't like a little bit about his is I didn't understand his references. So it's kind of like his notes, but it's fill in the blank. And I like that. So I kind of added my own, like at the bottom here. If you look at, I'm gonna try to make sure I share the paleo. He didn't have paleo diet, so I just kind of added my own notes. So I would say do something like his, where you're filling in the blank of what Stephanie guide, or even Destiny's guide videos, and just making your own notes. Like Stephanie mentions, when you're looking at the EAQ or end of the chapter, or even level up RN, when you're looking at her videos, maybe you do fill in the blank notes for yourself from her quizzes, just to kind of help you understand the celiac diet or disease and what kind of foods to avoid. And maybe anything that is reference, if someone needs to go on a diet, or someone needs to go to the gym, what kind of exercise. Definitely want to take notes on that, because that is definitely, you really need to know that, those types of things, cancer prevention, all those things that it's extremely helpful. I would say that is probably the biggest thing. Quizlet was good, but I think Quizlet doesn't relate. I think Quizlet would help you master the knowledge, but it's not going to translate to the exam. That's all I'm going to say about that. Also, what helped me is the Saunders questions. Make sure you go to Saunders questions. If you got the physical book, make sure you do the questions in the back of the book, or the back of the chapter. And I would say both chapter 8 and chapter 11, for sure chapter 11, but chapter 8 as well, the fluids and electrolytes. Also, what helped me again, and I'll put a picture on here, is Your Best Grade. Oh my gosh, the questions are a lot harder, but it definitely helped me understand how to pick the best answer when I'm not understanding what drug is that, or what disease are they talking about. I've never even heard of this disease, but let me pick the best answer, and critically think as a nurse. That is the best thing. I always scored a little bit above average. And guys, I didn't get a high score. I mean, I got a little bit above 900, and I'm okay with that. My goal was 875. I didn't want right at 850 because I was I don't want anything 849.8. I didn't want anything like that. So I was let me just get 875. I'm okay with being an 80. I'm okay with being a B student. I'm okay. C's make degree nurses. Okay. C's, 75% nurse is still got a license. All right. So, hey, I'm okay. So I'm okay, but I'm just saying, doing Your Best Grade and getting that right at average or a little bit above average. My scores, just to help you out on Your Best Grade, was maybe a 720 or 715 or something like that. So, because Your Best Grade is extremely difficult, a lot harder than the HESI. So just to give you that tidbit, but it really helped me understand it when I didn't know the material to use. And I would say those Your Best Grades, practice A and practice B, totally takes you out of the limb for nutrition. To me, I felt like I was doing a med surge, fundamentals. It wasn't just nutrition. So be careful on that. I would say just stick to the creator, test creator, and do 60 questions on the test creator where you're just on your specialty, versus doing the nutrition test A and test B, unless you're okay with going beyond. Because I would say for the HESI that I just took, for the OA, it sticks to just nutrition. So I think the test A and test B for nutrition and Your Best Grade kind of takes us a little bit outside of the rim and takes us into like a med surge or what WGU would call adult health 1 and 2. That is all that I would say. Oh, what I had about 4 like truly bow ties. I had like the formation of NGN type questions where you had to. I had one that was like a fill in the blank, like drag select from these options and pick the two out of 8 based on the nurse notes and the patient's history or whatever. That was only at one of those, and then I had out of the 6 with the nurse notes and all that, 4 was bow tie, and 2 was select all, and the 1 that was a fill in the blank. So the rest were just multiple. I'm sorry, the normal multiple choice type questions. I hope this has helped. Like I said, I got a little bit above 900, and I'm okay with that. I'm good, especially with my experience of like putting this OA off. I should have been done like a month ago, like middle of October. I should have been done. That was what I was striving for. And if I did, I'd probably be taking my form right now. So I wish you all the best. If you have any questions, please feel free to hit me up on Facebook Messenger or TikTok. I do respond to both Facebook Messenger and TikTok the most. And on YouTube, we have the community. You can definitely post something on community. It's open to everyone to post. Okay? Until next time, be blessed, stay safe. I'll see you on the next one.